Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Super Breakdown. Today we're going to be looking at the MRC-F20 Sumo, the golden version, piloted by Harry Ord. Sumo's pretty fun. It's got some really nice tricks to it. The melee's pretty solid. We'll start off with that because it's pretty basic, but not bad at all. Has a stun on that, and you can cancel out of it on the forward melee, which is pretty nice because it's a dedicated stun, you know. Side melee, not bad. 3-hit combo, pretty good damage. Back melee, really short range on the back melee, but it's a pop-up. And then standard melee, which is a 3-hit combo as well. So nothing super amazing with the melee, but nothing terrible either. The striker fires the I-field bunker. That's also a dedicated stun, which stuns for a pretty good amount of time, which is pretty nice. You have your basic shot. Pretty good, allows you a little bit of movement as well, helps you dodge enemy attacks as they come in. However, you also have the charged version of it. We got Rocket Punch, which is just a more powerful version of the basic shot. Like, oh, hit with it here, like so. Yeah, just like that. There you go. More powerful version of that shot. You have the right trigger, which is an I-field charge. It's not hyper armor. It is not hyper armor, but it allows you to get through beams and things like that. Then you have this evasion move, which is very nice as well. Allows you to get around things. This, by the way, can eat a Garobi. Like, it can just straight up eat a Garobi, which is amazing. We haven't really talked about the best thing, I think, that the Sumo has, though, which is sheer mobility while firing. As you can do quite a bit of trick shots that allow you to get out of the way of other attacks that would have hit you otherwise. Like this back step that you can do while firing. You have, of course, the side step. You can mix your side steps. You have the forward version. It's really nice, and with all the options it gives you, it really gives you the ability to get around enemy attacks a lot better, especially when you pair it with the I-field and with the spin. The burst is a melee burst, where you get the iconic line from Harry Ord. It is a pretty solid unit, the Sumo. When your enemy's not just running around and is actually trying to attack you, it's a lot easier to really just get in there and damage them. Didn't even capitalize on his stun. As you can see, you can combo just about all of that together very nicely to really be able to just get in there and do quite a bit of damage. Never understand the AI in this game, man. With all that said, though, should you use the Sumo? I think for mid to short range, the Sumo is absolutely amazing. I love the Sumo. I use the Sumo all the time, the Gold Sumo. The ability to jump around, to dodge, to get out of the way of things, to eat Garobis with your I-field. It just gives you a lot of utility. And as we've talked about before in the past of the show, I very much appreciate suits that can move. Suits that can get out of the way of other attacks and things like that. I think that it's really good in 1v1s and 2v2s. 3v3s obviously aren't bad at either. But by that point, it doesn't really do the amount of damage that I'd like for it to do. The big advantages, of course, are always going to be the amount of movement you can pull out. You don't really have as many surprises as you do with other suits, but you have a dedicated stun. You have multiple of it since you have it on your striker as well, which is very nice. And it does decent damage. It's not amazing damage, but it's not terrible damage either, you know? So, I definitely like the Sumo. I think it's worth using. See if we can pull off some more trick shots here for the rest of this one. Real quick, I want to take this opportunity, since we basically said all we really want to say about the Sumo, talk about how the viewers have requested that we show off some more levels. So we will not just be using inside the grips cannon from now on. We will be using some other stages as well. And hopefully that will give people a little bit more enjoyment I have found that on the grips cannon level, they spend more time going up and down from the elevated height, which gives me a little bit more of a determined ability to hit them. But, you know, AI, what can you do? Oh, he got out of the range of it. That is one thing to mention about the I-field bunker. It has a very short range on it. You would think that it would hit sometimes when it really just will not. Just like there. Where he's just out of the range of it. But yes, I absolutely think that it's worth using. As you saw there, I don't use it very often, but I forgot to mention it. You can switch into the hover mode, which is pretty nifty. With all that said, though, I have been Trey. This has been the Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. The gold Sumo has to offer.